It's time to get things started. It's time to get things started on the Muppet Show tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on AFW After Dark.
Yeah, let's hit the music.
Clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Man, I don't care what anybody says. That's one hell of a great opening. Anyways, if you're up right now, it's Sunday morning. Welcome to the show. We'll see you again in a few hours for our regular Sunday show. But I insisted that we have a show tonight because it was Grand Slam. It felt like it was a big show. It deserved to have us do it. Some justice. I am, of course, the almighty JFB.
And I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm Canada F and Dry. And I like to say that the Muppet Show probably has one of the best intros of all time to start a show.
Yeah. I agree with that. I will agree with that. Let's talk to this gentleman down below. He might look like the Unabomber, but trust me, he's not. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
You know, it's funny you say that, JFB, because my dad, the real Big Bill,
Yeah.
like I used to give him so much shit because like he would always go around with these dark ass sunglasses and a hoodie on. I was like, Dad, you look like the damn Unabomber. And he would just look at me and like grunt or something. But good morning, everybody. It's morning for most of us. I suppose you West Coasters like Canada F and Dry there. It's still I don't know, daylight or some shit.
Daylight or some shit. Was it South Park?
But I am the effing expert, Mr. I6. Good evening, gentlemen.
Now, I want to address your outfit there. Is this just because you feel like shit and you just want to?
You know, I did this earlier today on my other program, the unmentionable program, I guess. I don't know. I just sometimes I get the chills and you know, I want to put the hoodie on.
Yeah.
I always think of someone when they're walking around with a hoodie and sunglasses, and especially when they're indoors, they look sus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night.
No, you can pull it off at this time on a podcast late at night, but not walking around a Kmart.
Right. Well, there are no more Kmarts here in Kentucky, but you know, if there were any and they were open at 1 a.m., I might have to give that a shot.
Is this Jay?
What's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up,
Hey,
Jay?
how's it going tonight?
Not too bad.
Good.
Are we ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Always.
So it just happens to be that we open the show in Melbourne.
Let me restart this. For some reason, I'm having trouble hearing you. Hang on 1 second. I'll come back.
Okay. How did he jump in? Did you let him in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bit of an echo thing going on.
Got an echo thing going on. We're in Melbourne, Australia. Let me tell you something about Melbourne, Australia. I've been there before. Hey, it's Tiffany. I've been in Australia. I did the 27-hour flight or whatever. Yeah. You got to take 2 days just to get adjusted and 2 days when you get back. So, like, if you're going to go to Australia, by God, get there early because, man, it takes you at least 2 days just to get the time difference changed and all. So, but we start the show like we would start a pay-per-view. There's no fanfare. There's no this and that and like showcasing guys getting all jacked up and stuff and people taping shit up. No, they don't do that. They go right to the first match. It is going to be Takeshita, your international champion. Fletcher, Kyle Fletcher, is going to be taking on Omega and Ospreay. I mean, this is probably not the match I would have opened with. I get it. It's Ospreay. You want to get the babyface Billy Goat out there. It's Omega, even though he kind of looks like a really, I don't know.
You know Tony Khan, he likes to have a hot opener.
You could have done Buddy Matthews. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Then semi-main evented this one.
No, I would have opened with Buddy Matthews.
This match here, though, what would you have done? You would have semi-main evented this one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I would have semi-main evented. I think match order for me felt very odd. The match order just didn't feel right at all.
Okay, we've got to address the small ring here.
Well, let's talk about the ring. Yeah, let's talk about the ring. I did want to talk about it. It is smaller. The Australians and most of Europe use that size ring. It was very bouncy, and the ropes were very loose. And
what I noticed is that it's hard to get your timing with such short running space.
Yeah.
Did you guys see why they use this? Did you see the story?
No.
Yeah, they someone at AEW was shipping the damn ring overseas and didn't give it enough time, so it didn't fucking show up.
Oh.
So they had to, like, Kyle Fletcher put them in touch with some local indie promoter that he knows, and they used an indie ring, which is why the apron didn't fit properly.
Oh my God.
Did you fire this guy?
I think you would have to. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, that's Bush League to the max.
I mean, come on. Like, know your shipping times, dude.
The AEW ring is stuck.
Obviously, that's not a Tony Khan mistake. That's someone he's hired.
It's a Tony Khan mistake too, because he oversees that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always an up top.
Yeah.
Logistically goes on like that. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's gonna be pissed that this guy fucked up.
Oh, of course, and he should be.
Oh, he's gonna be livid. He's gonna be, yeah. I felt like at times we were watching a Rev Pro show in a big arena. Like, that's how it felt.
But that being said, other than like not having enough room to like do the timing of the moves, you didn't really notice it as much in like, especially the women's matches.
Yeah,
because they're smaller.
Yeah,
but really, it's just the size of a stage that you're portraying.
Yeah,
to do those sort of gymnastic sort of moves.
Yeah. Well, Canada Dry, lead it off. Your thoughts on the first match?
This was probably one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen.
Okay.
Wow.
I adored this tag team match.
Okay.
And I think it's top level. These two tagging together look so good. And I just adored this match. Like, I'm giving this match like a 10.
Okay. All right. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Well, you put the 4 better workers in the company in there, they're going to deliver the goods. And, I think this match, I'm pretty stern about giving 10s out. I would give this a solid 9, though. It set the pace. And, the earlier discussion about should this have gone first? The only problem, I think it does go first because then you set the pace for the rest of the show. The only reason you don't put it second to last is because then you kill the crowd's so hyped to where you kill the crowd for the main event, So it's sort of a darned if you do, darned if you don't. Or I think you set the pace for the rest of the show with this match first. You start them out happy with the hometown favorite Will Ospreay picking up the win. I think that they decided it well, and I think that they just got out there and look, this is the way things are going to start for the start of the night, because everything about this show was, the ring, the time the show started, the arena change. This was a Murphy's Law show from the start. And I think with the way everything went, you got to throw this match out there first. And, the show, look, everything could have gone wrong with this show. It did. So we're going to start you out with the match you all want to see the most. So let's get it rolling right. So I think the goods were delivered right off the bat, and this was everything you wanted to be, and then some.
Okay.
Match was.
Let's go to Isaacs.
Yeah, I thought this was a very good match. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as say it's like one of the greatest tag matches I've ever seen, but I thought it was very good. It was kind of the greatest hits from these four guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's their usual spots. It's what they do.
Yeah.
But it was high octane. It was pedal to the metal. That's what you expect from these four. And it was a fantastic match for sure. I really enjoyed it.
Why don't
And
we get
it did kind of look silly with them in the little ring, though. The little ring looked ridiculous with these guys, I have to say.
Okay.
They were in a playpen and
Like-
they were a bunch of babies.
I always love.
Yeah, it's the thing about the Australian ring is some of them Australian rings they have a little bit more less give to them. They're smaller because it allows more of the quicker movement in them, whereas the Japanese rings are a little bit stiffer because it's just a different style of work. You know, like the European rings. That's why you'll see guys like Gunther. I know it's an AEW show, but you'll see the European guys. They work a stiffer style. The Japanese guys work a stiffer style, whereas you'll see guys like Ospreay and Jay White and the Australians are more of a quicker, faster paced style. So in this case, the ring being it was last minute, it worked about as good as it could. But I can see where people that aren't used to that style, it rubs them wrong. I mean, it's like watching them on a trampoline. It's rough.
Yeah.
Let's get Zach Kelly's thoughts.
Okay, so I always like smaller rings. You know me, I'm an indie guy. Like I love indie wrestling guys or like indie wrestling companies. So I like the smaller ring. Like one of you said, I think there were some timing issues, but overall, that might have been one of my matches of the night. I would actually go as far as to say, and I know it's, we're only 2 months into the new year, but that might be the tag team match of the year contender so far, at least.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Zach. I love this so much.
Like it did not disappoint. Like one of you said, like those four men, like they're, some of the best in the company. And like they like Fletcher and Takeshita, like they're going to be stars moving forward. And they proved tonight why they're going to be like, the future of AEW, if they stick around, which I hope they do. I was worried going into it because a lot of times, like big matches that are built up that well, they don't always like live up to expectations. And I think that exceeded expectations. If it would have been in the Tokyo Dome, I'm sure Uncle Dave would have given it, 8 stars, maybe 9.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely give it a 9.5 out of 10 just because it's my first time like on the podcast ranking a match. So I don't want to immediately throw out the Sean Spears 10. So it was great. Like when y'all said the timing was off, but the crowd, like from the opening bell, they had the like crowd in the palm of their hand.
Oh yeah.
And that, one of the beautiful things about wrestling is that even a sloppy match can be groundbreaking if the crowd gets into it.
Yeah.
And the crowd was hot all night. Like there wasn't a bad match.
No. Nope. I agree.
And I'm looking forward to next year's Grand Slam in Australia. I hope it's a pay-per-view because they honestly deserve one.
Yeah.
And they deserve a bigger ring.
Maybe next year they'll understand how long it takes to
like that jabroni would be gone, whoever did that. And
maybe what would be smart is they could just rent out they can rent a little space.
Yeah.
You store your stuff in a store place and
like
just keep a ring there and keep it there if you're going to do this once a year.
I know.
Like that's being shipped there. Keep it there now.
Like, I know like that we're talking about Grand Slam, but Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah.
Like, I was impressed how AEW, because like I don't know if you've noticed, but New Japan rings are significantly bigger than AEW rings. And I think AEW's wrestlers, I think they adapted well to it. I think they adapted well to the like minus, like some timing issues. I think they adapted well to the smaller ring. So
Yeah.
Now, after this, we got the announcement that we're gonna have a steel cage.
Well, no, that's after the second match.
I missed that.
I didn't pay
The
attention
one
to
with
that either.
Omega and Ospreay, that was after
Yeah.
the second match.
Oh,
Wait.
we'll get
Talk
that.
about
Wait.
how- yeah. Well, here's the thing. So we get this announcement. We get this promo.
Yeah.
Of Omega and Ospreay. And Ospreay is talking about how he wants to take on Takeshita at Revolution. And well, I'm like, all right, cool. So we're gonna get this. This is gonna be the match. And then we get Ospreay was like, hey, Kyle Fletcher, let's make sure it's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be in a steel cage, which is cool, except for one thing: a steel cage is open, and anyone.
I love AEW steel cage. It's so high.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's great.
it's
It
great.
reminds me of like the old school WWE blue steel cage.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss the blue steel
Cage.
cage so much.
Oh my God, me too. Like I feel like, and I'm not trying to piss all over WWE, but the red cage they have now, I think it's the cheap ripoff of the blue cage.
No, but it's not. It's not the bars, right?
Yeah.
No, it's chain
Yeah, you
link.
need to-
Everything is
Yeah,
chain
it's chain link.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chain link is it's not WWE.
They just use that for Hell in a Cell, don't they?
Yeah.
The red
I
chain
think
link.
so. I think so.
Yeah. And here's my problem with this announcement by Kenny Omega that I'm going to wrestle. It turns out Tony Khan's like, hold on, hold this. Whoa. So slow down. I got an announcement to make. We're going to have an international championship series. It's going to be Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong. They're going to fight. Then the winner takes on
Takeshita.
And then after that, after the winner takes on Takeshita, depending on who wins, we'll take on Omega at Revolution. So basically, they're just like, they make this announcement.
Everyone's here tonight.
I feel like it has to be Takeshita that hangs on because
Why
say that
why
again?
overcomplicate it? Why overcomplicate it? That's like it seems like they're overcomplicating it for the sake of overcomplicating it.
Yeah,
It's like
it is a little overbooked. But I think Takeshita hangs on to it because he's got 2 singles wins over Omega, and he has to get those. To be the best in the world, he has to get those wins back, or at least one of them.
What do you think, Sheriff? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Kenny Omega is going to beat Takeshita for the title?
I think it'd be wise to strap him.
Yeah,
I think so too. He needs to finally beat this guy.
and and also I think I know you're not talking to me, and I hate to do what I always do and interrupt.
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna.
I think
Just go with it, brother.
I think the story right now with Mox and Copeland kind of in Cage having the briefcase or the contract. Right now, I don't think you put Omega in a championship match. You have to finish this Copeland Mox story and the Christian Cage contracts. And it wouldn't shock me at Revolution if Christian Cage cashes in because Copeland won. And I would love to see that. Did we ever see Copeland and Edge go for the world title?
No.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I know they've both held world titles at some other points in their career.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've ever faced each other. And
I
right
don't
now,
I don't know about putting. Honestly, I don't know about putting the belt on Cope at
see,
all.
I think if they do put the belt on Cope, I think Cage cashes in and beats him because obviously it's going to be a violent match between like Mox and Copeland because like every match with like Moxley is like an ultra violent.
Yeah, but the problem is with Christian is Christian doesn't have any heat right now. The small amount of heat he
He
has,
would get a lot of heat for doing that.
But like,
Yeah,
because
like,
like everybody loves Copeland, or at least most of the crowd loves Copeland. So
Yeah,
if Christian comes in and pulls the heist of the century or the
Yeah.
part 2, like that's going to get him heat.
Yeah,
So
Chris, that's going to be a worse championship reign than Hangman Page's.
They can call it Battle of the Century, meaning that they're both 50.
That's exactly it. Like if I not to intervene here, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't, and I you know me, I try to be objective as possible. If this whole Death Riders angle ends, that's been going on, it's been like this Riders ship. If it ends with Adam Copeland beating John Moxley and then Christian Cage cashing in, that is the biggest giant turd in the punch bowl I've seen. You need to have somebody like you want to talk about who should end it? Adam Page. That's who should end it. Have an AEW guy bring an end to this. It's going to benefit from this long term. Not a 50-year-old ex-WWE guy. I'm sorry. This is is just like lifting your leg on every AEW fan. That is a giant waste of time. I'm sorry.
I love Hangman Page. I like your fireworks, JB. Or JFB, sorry.
That's right.
Like I love Adam Page. Like I'm an Adam Page mark. Yes, his title reign was kind of weak, but I enjoyed it. And thank y'all for not making fun of my speech impediment. But I would rather see Jay White win it.
Yeah, him too. Like, somebody that's going to benefit for it long term. That's going to make the company better, not a 50-year-old man. I'm sorry.
All right, guys, we got to clear this rabbit trail here and get back on focus here.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, let's go to match number 2. We're going to talk about Harley Cameron coming in with the Monet puppet. It's going to be taking over.
Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all can crucify me for this, but the Mercedes-Benz Monet or whatever she's calling the puppet is more over.
Monet.
Yeah, over than Mercedes Monet. Like I kind of wanted Harley to win. Actually, little like sidebar. I met Harley last week at Dynamite in Atlanta, and she was very sweet. And like I took a picture with her, and we've all seen the creepy pictures that fans have taken with like Alexa Bliss and Paige and Becky
the prom
Lynch,
picture,
like hugging her from behind. And I'm like standing next to her, kind of like that, because I didn't want to like somebody to turn me into a meme. Yeah, because I was standing too close to her.
Okay, this only works if everyone waits for their name to be called. Okay.
All right, here we go.
My bad.
So we go to the second match. I thought Harley Cameron looked good. I think that the issues and the timing between the two of them was more on Mercedes than on Harley Cameron. I'm not a Mercedes Monet fan. I don't think she looked that fantastic. To be honest with you, this is, after the first couple of defenses, this has been a piss poor title reign. And I think, in all honesty, if AFW,
that's us.
One more time. Damn you, AFW. If AEW wanted to do this correctly, and this is my hot take, I don't care about the Toni Storm championship win. We know it's going to happen. We've known it was going to happen. The minute Mariah May won, we knew Toni Storm was going to win it back.
In Australia.
In Australia, nonetheless. We knew it was going to happen. But if you want to have a really good, decent, feel-good moment, you missed it twice. And in all honesty, you missed it with this match. Harley Cameron should have won the TBS title.
I don't.
I want you to go to Mr. Isaacs now, okay?
Let's
I
go
wanna
to
Mr.
Mr.
Isaacs.
I thought this match sucked. I thought it was dog shit. I thought Harley Cameron looked awful. She was slow. She looked like a diva. She looked like a WWE diva where she would look like she was swimming underwater doing the moves. And I could see you shaking your head, Zach Kelly, but go back and watch that tape. She moved around like she was underwater. She looked like Nikki Bella against Rosa Mendez in like 2008. It was bad. This girl is overhyped. She's talented on the microphone. She can sing, but she's got some work to do in the ring, guys. She's not ready for prime time.
You guys will have your chance for rebuttal.
She's not ready at all. And, Mercedes, you could see she was trying to like verbally coach her through spots.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't clicking. It just was not good. I'm sorry. It wasn't good, guys.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with the sheriff of AFW.
I thought this was an AA meeting.
You were waiting for us to like share.
I was about to say, I'm just here to listen.
Guitarhausen. I like that name.
I do too.
All right, JFB, you got to pick someone else. He's
All
here
right,
for the
Canada, you go next, my friend.
All right, I absolutely adored this match because it's Harley Cameron. She oozes charisma. Like when you get a hot woman where her personality is the most attractive thing about her.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare. But
every woman just shut off the show just now. Those are the words of Canada Dry, not anybody else on this panel.
That's right. That's why we have the thing. Anyway, no, but she has some stuff she's got to work on. I agree as far as that goes, Jeremy. But I didn't think it was that bad because you when you're cheering for someone you like, you kind of
you put the blinders on.
Yeah, you do for sure.
I get it. I get it.
When you're invested in someone, you let things go.
Yeah.
And she has got people invested.
Yeah. She's AEW's version of Chelsea Green. Chelsea
and
Green
I think she's better than Chelsea.
Chelsea Green,
not as a wrestler. Yeah. No, not as a wrestler.
Right.
But as someone the total package.
Yeah.
Once she's going as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like she's her ceiling is way higher.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the Mamba.
All right. First off, I want to agree with Canada Dry 100%. This woman has that it factor to her. Okay. She's got the look. She's got the personality. She's got that, she's good on the mic. She is a naturally gorgeous woman. Okay. Some of these women, you put 15 pounds of makeup on them. You take it off, they're a different woman. You could send Harley out there in a potato sack and not have any makeup on her. She's a gorgeous woman. And the personality matches the boot. Okay. That's even makes her even better looking. Is Harley going to go out there and ever have a 5-star classic? No, she's not. That's not her style. Not everybody needs to go out there and be a mat technician. They don't. Okay. There are mat technicians and there are ones that are going to go out there and be entertaining wrestlers. And that's Harley Cameron. Okay. I will tell you, she's not a bad wrestler. I saw a woman at the Royal Rumble a couple weeks ago that is in the WWE on the main roster that's been there for a while that looks like she never had a lockup in her life. She looks like she's been in training for 2 weeks, okay? And I'm not going to throw names under the bus, okay?
No, you have to.
BFAB.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we just saw time on this show.
I don't want to talk shit on anybody because this is a tough business. I get it, but she's threw some kicks and she's thrown kicks, and I've seen people that were fresh out of the CCW training school that throw better kicks than this girl does. Okay, we're talking people that have been training 2 weeks. Okay, this is not so. I've seen terrible women in the WWE that have been there a while, not just BFAB. These are seasoned veterans. Okay, so she's got some work to do. I get it, but look, this is I think there's something there, and I'm going to say Harley Cameron won, and I'll tell you why. I don't think any of us went into this night thinking that Harley Cameron was going to be the one to end Mercedes Moné's run. I think this was the Rocky Balboa story in Rocky 1, where the big time underdog came in there in her hometown and she made a name for herself. And I think Harley Cameron made a name for herself. It wasn't her night, but I think there will be many more nights like this where she showed up. She didn't. I know Jeremy doesn't agree with this. Mr. Isaacs doesn't agree with this. I take a different approach. She went out there. She did okay for herself. She had the crowd behind her. And I think the people buy into her. The people buy into her. People like this girl. Okay. Whether she does 5 moves or 5,000, people buy into what this woman's selling. And that's the most important thing. And to me, she won for that alone. She went in there and she held her own in the people's eyes with Mercedes Moné, who's been a dominant champ. And that was her biggest win.
Yeah. I agree.
Zach Kelly, can you get Meredith to come say hi?
Oh, yeah. She wants to show you, like, she's the big Austin Gunn fan.
My boyfriend.
So she bought an Austin Gunn figure last night.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Awesome.
Like, honestly, I think.
Come on. Let's see your face.
Did y'all see my dog a second ago?
Yeah.
Yes, we saw your dog.
I gave the dog heart.
Oh, yeah. I missed that.
Meredith, we had you twice on the show in 2 weeks. We're on a run here.
Yeah.
You're a star.
Okay, so Isaacs, like, were you expecting a Kawada versus Misawa type match between Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron?
No, but I was expecting higher level out of her. She's in a big title match.
That's true, but also I don't. And I'm going to be very careful saying this because you know how the internet, like wrestling community, whatever, like goes when you kind of bash certain people. Hey, Caleb.
Hi, Caleb.
Hey, Caleb.
Well,
I don't think Mercedes Moné is quite as good as people like pump her up to be. Like, she had a great match with, I think it was Hazuki at New Japan Strong, but I haven't seen her have matches of that quality with anybody else. And Harley Cameron might have a ceiling, but like she's new to the game, so I think we should give her time.
The problem with Mercedes Moné is Mercedes Moné only wrestles when it's convenient and it does something for Mercedes Moné.
She's got to be motivated. Yeah.
100.
Do you know who Guitarhausen reminds me of right now?
Who?
Ferris Bueller's Friend.
I can see that.
Because of the jersey.
Also, did you see Meredith choke me out a second ago?
Yeah, I did. She's got a nice grip.
Call me sir, god damn it.
Jack, if I can piggyback off what you said there, I think Mercedes Moné is good, but I think Mercedes Moné is good when she has a pace that she can work.
Yes.
And there are certain wrestlers that can keep up with that pace. She needed to be the ring general tonight.
Yes.
Because Harley can't keep up with that pace. Okay. When you're with somebody that can keep up the pace, when you're with somebody in there that can keep up the pace with you, Mercedes is exceptional. Harley's not that girl.
And I also think that the ring, the smaller ring.
This is why Meredith choked me out because she didn't like the flowers.
What?
I'm kidding. She did.
All right, let's go to our third match. We're going to be talking about Mox. We're going to be talking about Claudio Castagnoli. You're going to be taking on Jay White. And my favorite wrestler of all time from Winnipeg, he is, of course, the Rated R superstar, Sexton Hardcastle.
You're not from Winnipeg.
Oh, I thought, no, he's from Toronto. That's right. No, he's not.
Where is that?
From Winnipeg, idiot.
It's Winnipeg, you idiot.
Answer from Wikibius.com.
He is from Orangeville, Ontario. Come on.
Yeah, they got oranges there.
Like we're here with a Canadian legend, Canada Dry. You just insulted him.
Yeah. So, am I the only one who thought for a second there that it was Glacier walking in with John Moxley?
I thought it was Scorpion.
Like, he's walking in. I'm like, is that Glacier? Oh, no.
I wish Glacier would come out.
You just see
Glacier was on an AW podcast recently.
I know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He was on a AEW episode.
Was it Hey EW?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
But let's go with Mr. Isaacs. Your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I thought this was all right. I mean, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It was what it was. I'm sick of the Death Rider shit.
Yeah,
I am. I'm very, very sick of it. I had such high hopes for this towards the end of last year, and it's just gone nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just literally the same shit. You know, Wheeler Yuta comes out. He looks like a damn Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
He comes out and interferes in every single match. Marina Shafir interferes every single match. You know, they usually win and go out of the crowd, and that's it. And it's like there's just no advancement here. Where is this going? Why did they turn on Danielson? How are they gonna like have some payoff to Yuta? You know, kind of having allegiance to Danielson. Is this going anywhere? It just seems like it's just spinning in mud continuously for months. I'm bored with it, but the match was all right. It was good for what it was.
Could be better.
Zach.
I was disappointed. I really expected Copeland and Switch to win, but I'm a big Switch for Switchblade mark. I think it would have made the Adam Copeland Moxley title match at Revolution a lot more like serious.
Yeah.
If they would have won. Like it would have made Copeland look like more of a threat. So,
yeah,
I don't know. And also, that's like the one I missed tonight.
Yeah. That Copeland, the fans singing Copeland's theme song, is probably one of the most badass moments of the show, probably of any show. I mean, I like how when the crowd will sing along with them, but there's certain lyrics in that song that when they hit, especially like when we show you the love, when we can show you the love, and him just being in that moment.
I felt the same way about the Osprey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you fully. Like the crowd was great. Say what?
Someone's got an echo going.
Yeah, I hate it.
Somebody turn your radio down.
Sir, turn down your radio before you call into the program.
Okay. All right. Maybe each of us should say something and figure out who it is.
It ain't me. I use a professional mixer.
Someone's TV is on.
Yeah. What? No.
I don't think it's mine.
And somebody needs to change their batteries. And
Try muting Zach for a sec.
I don't think it's me.
I don't think it's me.
Hello?
Jack. Oh, it seems to be gone. All right. Who's next, Jeffy?
You know what? Let's go to the I was back again. Great. Canada Dry, you go next.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that fans singing along because it was organic. It wasn't like forced like they used to do with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Because they just did it so long, but it was just organic. And that's the kind of stuff you love when it's just naturally just the fans are doing it. It makes it. I enjoyed the match, but the finish, I did not like the finish at all. Just the headlock.
Yeah.
Bulldog choke.
Yeah, and I agree with Jeremy. This is like this story is like an anchor on AEW right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's an anchor and they need to do something about it.
Yeah.
You mean like get rid of it?
Yeah.
Ideally, yes.
Unless you got a good solution to like have like unless Vince McMahon is Shane McMahon is showing up.
Yeah.
Like they get a big decision like or change the story up, do something like
it's easily one of the most uninteresting thing that's going on in AEW right now.
And it had such good potential when it started.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was excited about it. And then it just fell flat on its face.
Because I think they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mamba.
I'm going to echo the same sentiments you guys said. All right. what the hell's the point of this? Okay, we're well beyond that at this point. It's like this needs the old Yeller treatment. It really does. And I said earlier, it's a waste of time if Adam Copeland is the one that takes it and Christian takes it. I think somebody needs to benefit off this, like whether it be Jay White or Adam Page. But at this point, I might walk back my words. This just needs to be done. I honestly do believe that the original goal for this was Shane McMahon coming in, and I think either he changed his mind at the last minute or Tony put the cart before the damn horse, which is entirely possible. Because if you listen to, this isn't your game anymore. You listen to it at the beginning, it did have so much promise, and there was something more to this. And I don't know what happens. None of us will ever know. Yeah. But they have a knack for this crap. They did it with the Undisputed Kingdom when Cole turned was the devil, that whole devil crap. Then they did it with the Elite. They just got to stop these "we're taking over" storylines. It's washed out. It's old. There's no end in sight, and they all end like they just ended with a giant wet fart, and if Cope is going to be the one to take the belt off of Mox, which he shouldn't, but if he is, they're doing a hell of a lousy job building him up. I mean, it's like you can't keep having these guys get beat like drums and having these guys come out as unbeatable, the Death Riders as these unbeatable monsters and build up viable challengers. Because let's be honest, if we're building up next in line, has one person been propped up as a viable challenger in the entire duration of this abomination of a storyline? I mean, it almost seems like it's Moxley trying to stroke his own ego. And I know that's not John's way, but it's just been an 8-month wrecking ball of terror that's gone nowhere. And I just don't feel anybody right now is better off because of it. And right now I don't feel even
they have to hear these things online about it. Like they can't be like.
Well, here's the problem that you have with the whole entire Moxley situation is they started painting themselves into the corner when they were like, well, I think Darby is going to be the one that saves AEW. And I think we can talk him out of climbing Mount Everest because that's what he's doing right now. Like, that's the reason why he's not on TV. He's getting ready to climb Mount Everest.
Can we talk him out of it?
I don't think you can.
No. He's committed to it. Financially, he's committed to it. He's got sponsorship. Like, he's going to do it. And I think that was the problem. I think Tony Khan had one last-ditch effort, and he said, no, write me off TV. I'm doing this. And that's when they did the whole gimmick with the chair around the neck and down the stairs. That's the problem. You had a 4-way match, and that blew out 3 of your top contenders. Now you're going to a guy who, by the way, in this match, not even 5 or 6 months removed from the last time he jumped off of a high area to crash into some way and broke a leg, he does it again. He did it again. Why do you continuously do stupid shit at 50 plus years old? I'm 52. I don't do stupid shit anymore.
Oh, yeah. I was worried about that when he jumped up like that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to do this shit at his point in his career. He's an established. None of these guys need to do this shit. Let's be honest. But he sure as hell doesn't need to. And, the thing about the big mistake in that is if the end goal was to be Darby Allin and they couldn't have Darby, if you're a promoter, even at the local level, okay, have plan C, B, C, D, E, and F in line. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what the Black Scorpion angle back in WCW. You may be old enough to remember this, JFB. You don't put all your eggs in one basket because then you wind up with stuff like this to where the hamster wheel spinning and there's no end in sight. Yep. Now, what do? Did they put the belt on Copeland? I mean, come on. You
just have to wait and see.
Can you imagine if they had the Ole Anderson voice like they did with Black Scorpion?
Sting, the Black Scorpion is coming for you.
Moxley, we were the Shield.
Mr. Isaac,
it was Ric Flair all along. Damn it!
Your thoughts on
wouldn't surprise me.
I already gave my thoughts on this match, my man.
Who else has
Thank
gone?
you.
Everybody gone? All right, here we go. 4th match of the night. Buddy Matthews from Melbourne, Australia, taking on that kamikaze son of a bitch known as Kazuhika Okada.
Bitch.
I'm gonna go with Mamba first.
I just love the gimmick where he'll give him all the praise in the world, don't call him a bitch afterwards. Like, I need to keep rolling this with him.
Hilarious.
But good match. Ball keeps on rolling. Matthews, I had a glimmer of hope that he'd win, but we knew he was. Okada's going to keep rolling and rolling with this. There's another situation though. Like, again, this is where AEW I think really needs to fix things up. They have to get contenders in line. They have to have a line of contenders because you got to wonder who's next in sight. Like, who is going to be the serious viable contender to beat this man for the belt instead of, okay, here's next man up, next man up, next man up. You got to seriously wonder, like, when you put a belt on a person, you've got to, there's always the lineup is who's next to take it away from him. And right now, I have no clue. Like, who the line of contenders is, who's next in line. And, I love Okada. He's one of my favorites of all time, but we're getting to this point where, okay, he's just running through people, and who's next, Yeah. But great match. Okada continues to go out there and put on great 4-star matches, and as long as he keeps doing that, he's earning his money.
Yeah.
And Matthews is a guy. Matthews is great. I like seeing him finally get the spotlight. He deserves it.
Yep, absolutely. Mr. Isaacs.
This is two of my favorite wrestlers. I think I've made that more than abundantly clear.
Yes, you have.
Oh, you have.
The past couple of years with you guys on this podcast. I thought this match was fantastic. I thought it was really good. I think they put on a better match in New Japan a few years back.
Yeah.
But this was still a very good match between two of the absolute best wrestlers on earth.
Yeah.
That I think AEW needs to utilize better.
Yeah.
Okada, since the Bucks are gone now, like, he's just kind of like floating around and just, he just defends his title once in a while, never loses.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with him. He's had this belt for over a year now at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's about time to try to figure something else out to do with him. He's just a great talent. I think he needs to be in the world title picture personally.
Yeah.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see out of Okada. Buddy Matthews is absolutely terrific. I would love if they gave him a chance to win this title.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to happen, but I wish they would. But this was a very good match. I enjoyed it.
It's a missed opportunity. They could have taken the belt off Okada, had Okada join the Elite. When they can figure out what to do with the Death Riders, then they can have the Elite ride in. Now the Elite are faces. They can take out the Death Riders and restore peace amongst the lands.
Like, God, I hope the Bucks aren't the saviors here.
That's cringe, right?
That is so fucking cringy. The Young Bucks are here to save AEW because they found it. Get it?
They did.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, fuck that.
They did just lose the IWGP heavyweight, heavyweight tag titles. So they're coming back.
They're coming back. It's going to happen. Yeah. They're going to be the saviors.
Ultimately, for me, this was a missed opportunity. I think you could have had a really great storyline. It could have given Okada time to go back to Japan for a little bit, recuperate, get his hair dyed correctly again. And then, when it's time to get, to matriculate the Elite back into the storyline, the main storyline, then you can bring them all in because he's the only one holding down the Homestead at this point, But, talking about Jay's comment about not having, I hate to say it, but you almost have to go back to 1980s Hulk Hogan booking where you have a good 3-month, 4-month run, okay, where Hogan he gets terrorized by this monster of a wrestler, and he finds a way to overcome him at the last minute. And then it was someone else then he's on the next night talking about his victory at the pay-per-view. And then all of a sudden, Andre the Giant comes out. I want to challenge you for the belt. And then you're like,
you're Andre the Giant says a Cookie Monster.
It does. Or
you WrestleMania, I have many cookies.
Can trade title for Benny Cookie.
Let's go to Zach Kelly. Zach, your thoughts on the match?
So I know a lot of people are like the bad faith actors.
Really? You're saying your own is so hot? Come on.
There you go.
That's self-love.
Yeah.
I can appreciate
before I get into this, so look, when Meredith was close to the computer, she wanted to know, is it our why am I forgetting smoke detector beeping, or is it so like, or is it one of y'all's?
No, it's not mine.
So anyways, like there's a lot of bad faith actors in the IWC that's acting like Okada is booked as a complete joke. But every time he goes in the ring, he shows that he is still Kazuchika Okada. He can still like put on like banger after banger after banger after banger. Like shit, I could lie on my resume mass transit style next week and wrestle like Okada, and he could lead me to a 5-star match.
You're not big enough to be mass transit, Zach.
No.
Yeah, we also don't want to lose you.
Okay, slim transit, whatever.
Okada would stab you in the head with a fork
Minivan.
and call you a bitch as he twists the fork in your head.
Yeah.
Depends how much they pay me. I might let them do it.
I'm broke. At least he wouldn't try to murder you. He'd take care of you in there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Can't say the same thing about Suzuki.
Uh,
Like I will say, my goal in life is to meet Suzuki and get him to chop me. So
I think we need to start that trend. We need to get Minoru Suzuki flown down to Alabama so he can just ring the doorbell. Zach opens up. Suzuki! Then he just walks away.
Like,
I could probably get you a Markova slap.
say what?
I could probably get you a Markova slap.
I mean, I'm yeah, probably. I mean, and she does have some good slaps.
Okay. Let's put her on main event.
No, we haven't had me or Mamba talk on this.
Yeah. Nope. My quick question for the main event.
Yeah.
Or for okay.
You didn't talk on the match, and neither did I.
Okay, the Okada one? Yeah. Well, real quick, I mean, you guys were talking about what's next for Okada, and here I think there's a way we could do Okada as the savior the company would have in the Bucks in. And here's what I think. Not too many people want the Bucks to be the savior of the company after they try to destroy it.
Yeah.
Have Okada say, look, you guys went high and dry. I held the shit down.
Yeah.
Right? You could have Okada be the babyface. So you guys skipped out of town. You know, where were you? Where were you? He comes across as a sympathetic babyface. He's the one that beats Moxley. He's the one that puts an end to this nonsense. People would buy that. Okada has been a hell of a babyface in the past. I'll keep that short and sweet to the point. But the match itself was a fantastic match, man. It was a fantastic match between two guys that are exceptional. I'm glad to see Buddy Matthews is finally getting recognized for the top-notch talent he is. And, you know, Okada's a dude that, you know, he's one if he likes you. I mean, if he likes you, which he does 99% of the people, he's one that will make anybody look good. And that's like, you know, he don't need to pace, you know, but Matthews, he can hold his own with everybody. I mean, this match was just as good as I thought it would be. I think it was even better than I thought it would be. But
yeah. Okay. Canada Dry, I guess, if you want to add in your 2 cents.
Yeah, thanks. I really enjoyed those Rainmaker clotheslines.
Yeah.
From Okada. But not only but the way that Buddy Matthews sold them.
Yeah.
Made them look devastating.
Was it selling, or did he get the fucking soul knocked out of him?
No, I think
both.
I think he sells like he's a really good seller.
Yeah.
Little column A, little column B.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great match. You guys are all talking about what belt he needs, and I wouldn't put the Continental belt on Buddy Matthews.
I kind of like. I'm not.
I'd rather the international or the TNT. The international, especially because they're all over the place, and he fits that.
Okay.
I don't think you should change like the Continental Championship.
It's Fletcher, right? No, it's not Fletcher. It's Takeshita.
Yeah.
Oh, Takeshita. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I forgot that title even existed. To be totally honest with you,
he doesn't defend it. Like the TNT belt. I didn't even realize. I mean, to be honest with you, if you ask a majority of the people who are AEW fans, who's your TNT champion right now, I guarantee you at least 4 or 5 out of 10 are going to say Jack Perry.
Garcia with the TNT belt is not working. I also want to thank Guitar House and Sheriff for every time. Like, I need Tiff sprayed with the fire hose. He's there.
Yeah.
Like, he steps up, right, buddy?
You gotta spray those horny bastards down.
Oh yeah. When she's thirsting all over the place, and you're just like got the fire hose.
All right, let's get to our last and final match. It is, of course, the main event of the evening. We're talking about Mariah May taking on Timeless Tony Storm. Here are a couple of my notes. I thought that this match was really good. The ending was so underwhelming. We knew she was going to win. Maybe do something special for the win, not a small package roll up.
I think what they were trying to do there, JP, is channel a little bit of Ricky the Dragon and Macho Man, and they couldn't pull it off quite as nicely.
No, they didn't get even close. Cannon Dry, your thoughts on the final match?
I thought that these two, they battled back and forth, a lot of near finishes. Yeah. They did each other's moves on each other. It was as good as Wembley.
Yeah.
This match was as good as Wembley. And the other thing you notice about this is they're doing a bit of a tease all night long of Australians losing.
Yeah.
And then their one last person, their last hope is Toni Storm.
Yeah. Which, also happens to be one of the best women wrestlers in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Just coincidentally,
Yeah.
Let's go to Zach Kelly. Zach, what the hell do you think about the final match?
I did think it was going to be better. I'm kind of with you on the small package roll up. I know some classic matches have ended that way, but were they all main events? I don't know. But it could have been better. I'm interested in see how Tony if she can top her first run.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me, guys, tonight. We're about to have a pretty rough storm here in a few minutes, so I need to grab a shower.
Yep.
Thank you for having me. And hopefully tomorrow when results come out, I'll be the new AFW champion.
There you go.
Later, guys.
Peace out.
Later, homeboy.
And for God's sake, somebody fix their fire extinguisher. I'm serious. Love you guys. Thank you for having me. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
All right. Let's go to Jay. Jay, your thoughts on the final match?
Like the others said, underwhelming finish. The build up to it, though, amazing. I mean, my biggest disappointment was that I wish Mariah would have been given a better run than this. It felt like her run as a whole was underwhelming by no fault of her own. Her and Tony are gold together, but I wish she had something in between then. But, look, Tony is fantastic. Tony, this gimmick is, talk about, not everybody that's come from WWE has had that big run that people thought. Tony has hit it out of the park. This woman is amazing. And like others said, I'm interested to see where she goes from here, what the next step is. That's, I think, one we mentioned earlier. I think they're eventually building to her and Mercedes for this mega match. which would mean Mercedes would have to lose that belt. But I think let's wait a little bit because, but Tony's fantastic. I think it was a great match. I think it was a nice way to send the crowd home happy, especially as you guys said, a lot of the Australians did lose.
Yeah.
They always send the crowd home happy. And I think they did a good job with this. And it was a nice way to close out what was a tumultuous build up to this. And, even with the ring, but I think they made chicken salad out of chicken crap. And, this was the perfect close to the night.
All right. Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, I thought this was a very good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought the ending was fine. I liked it for what it was. I do think, like Canada Dry said, it was kind of a tribute to the Steamboat Savage. I think that the ending felt a little rushed to me. And I think it was just due to the constraint of the time, I'm sure, the television time allotted. I think had this been a pay-per-view match, they would have extended it out a few more minutes, and the storytelling would have been a lot better. So I don't think it's really the fault of the talents here, but I do think this was a very, very good match. I figured Toni Storm would win. I'm glad she won. Yeah. And because she's the best woman in AEW, period. So we'll see where she goes from here. I would like to see her and Mercedes down the line, and I think that's the next. I think that's going to be the next big feud. I don't think they're done with Mariah May and her yet, but I think it's going to be down the pike a little bit.
Okay. Well, we're at the end of the show, which means that we have to enter the flower shop. What's our special topic for the flower shop?
Your favorite kind of pie.
All right, favorite kind of pie.
Hi-oh.
I like pie.
All right, favorite match. There is no segment, so favorite match, number of bells, and your favorite pie. Canada Dry, you go first.
My favorite match of the night is the tag team match to start the show. Okay. I was totally into this. I loved everything about it. Tag team storytelling is superb in this, classic. And I just enjoyed it. I'm going with my favorite pie. It's the same thing that Elvis likes.
Yeah.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie. Okay. And I'm giving this show, 3.85.
3.85. All right, hold on. Let me pull up my calculator. 3.85. All right. Guitar housing.
You know what is also amazing is that there were no segments. It was straight. Had a pay-per-view feel almost.
Yeah. Mr. Guitar housing, is your turn.
Well, I haven't watched yet, but if I had to guess, because I am a huge mark for Kanuski Takeshita, it's probably going to be my favorite match. And I don't eat pie.
Oh.
He's not a pie eater.
Eat pie.
Oh.
All right.
I'm anti-pie.
Anti-pie. Let's talk to Mr. Isaacs.
That sounds more like a Dallas trade. For me, the match of the night was I want to say Buddy Matthews and Okada, but I think I got to go with the tag match. I just think that was a great match. It was the hottest match of the night by far, and that one is my favorite. As far as the bell rating goes, I'm gonna say 3.25 bells. The show didn't knock my socks off, but it was all right. And my favorite pie is poontang pie. Oh yeah. My serious answer is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie? Did you put whipped cream on it or Cool Whip?
Yes, you got to have the whipped cream, man. The Cool Whip.
I love Cool Whip.
As Stewie Griffin would say, whip.
Whip.
Yeah.
Say cool.
Gotta whip it good.
Whip. Say Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Whip.
All right, it's my turn. Yes.
Everybody likes coconut pie, by the way.
Coconut pie is really good. Southern coconut pie.
It's coconut pie.
Oh, it's like a coconut cream pie.
Are you sure it's not Mountain Dew pie, Tiffany?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
You mix a little Mountain Dew in the meringue when you make the.
I'm telling you, her blood transfusions would be way cheaper because all she would have to do is just tap in like a 12-ounce Mountain Dew in her. She's topped up and ready to go.
I can tell you that that's one drink they're never going to make zero. Like they're not going to have a Mountain Dew zero.
Oh, they do have a Mountain Dew zero.
Do they really?
Oh yeah, they have a zero of all the major Pepsi and Coke products.
I've never seen a Mountain Dew zero in Canada yet, so I just feel like they don't want to insult.
On the rare occasion, I want my heart to race as fast as I can. I will drink a Mountain Dew zero, but yeah, I can't. That stuff's like freaking. It's like train fuel. It's like diesel fuel. Like I'm not dealing with it.
You could use it to operate your engine in a gas shortage.
My favorite match of the night had to be. My favorite match of the night was definitely Okada and Buddy Matthews, two of the great technical wrestlers wrestling today. And they put on a technical match. It was absolutely fantastic. I hated the ending. Even though I understood it, I really was invested when Buddy Matthews did not win. I actually said, bullshit. They got me. They dragged me into it. I'm going to give the show a 3.25. This show should have had a big feel to it, and it did not. It felt like a Dynamite is really what it felt like. It felt like a Dynamite without segments. I was really shocked and really surprised. It should have had a big feel, but it didn't. My favorite pie, I get one every year for my birthday. Open face blueberry pie. Love it. Love blueberry pie. There was a place in Providence, Rhode Island that had the best pies I have ever had in my entire life. Like you walk in and it's like 20-foot long shelves, cooling shelves of pie. Cherry, strawberry, rhubarb, coconut cream, banana cream, you name it. Pie-wise.
I'm picturing Homer Simpson running around in delight right now.
Oh, yeah. He's like, go! Oh, yeah. I mean, you could die by pie. Guaranteed. Anyways, guys, that's the end of our show. Our cumulative score was 3.45.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3.45 was our cumulative score. On behalf of Canada. Oh, you want to get in touch with us? All the links are down below. You want to get a shirt? Just click on the links down below. And on behalf of Canada Dry, the Guitar Housing, and Mr. Isaacs, I am the JFB.
And sometimes in life, stuff is not going your way. Stuff happens. It rocks your world, knocks you flat on your ass. But remember, it's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to your church, your community, whoever's willing to help you. Reach out to us and put the devil in a sharpshooter. Raise your fist in the air and say it with me. Just keep fighting. I like this logo. I like that logo. I like this logo. This isn't really Tony Schiavone.
Thanks for tuning in.
Big.
This has been Tony Schiavone for the All Fan Wrestling Network.